Hey everyone, Colt here, and today I'll be talking about one of my favorite open world farms and a great way to level from about 56 to 60 AOE grinding in Western Plaguelands. This farm is going to be most beneficial for mages since you can pull so many mobs, but completely viable for other classes as well if you're looking to mob grind and take a break from questing. It's also completely viable for hardcore. You don't have to worry about instance lockouts or learning a dungeon route or anything like that. So this farm involves the Hearthglen area of Western Plaguelands. And this is a pretty well-known spot, but the loop I'll show you helps you optimize your respawn time and really maximize your efficiency while you're farming out here. You'll have a great shot at getting a Crusader enchanting pattern, as well as some valuable drops like epic BOEs, blues, greens, lots of major pots, cloth, things like that. So really nice farm here. The way you're going to get here, super simple. Head out of front gate of Undercity, through Tristfall Glades into Western Plaguelands, and then right up this path to Hearthglen. So before we hop in, let's talk a little bit about what you can expect from this farm and how that differs from Dalson's Tears, which is another really popular AoE farm in Western Plaguelands. So with the Hearthglen loop I'm going to show you, you can expect anywhere from 80 to 120,000 experience per hour and looting right around 50 to 75 gold per hour, not taking into account anything like Crusader enchant or epics that might drop. I've personally gotten multiple epics here as well as a Crusader enchant, so those are going to really drastically increase your gold per hour, but I wanted to be conservative with my estimates. So if you're just out here farming solo, it's a pretty safe, comfortable farm on hardcore. You can expect to get anywhere from 50 to 75 gold per hour. Now let's take a look at Dalson's Tears next. Dalson's Tears is a great farm spot, but one of the major problems that makes Hearthglen a bit better in my opinion is that Dalson's Tears is heavily contested, and it really slows down post level 56. Anywhere from kind of that 50 to 80k experience per hour at Dalson's Tears, and you can expect anywhere from sort of 25 to 50 gold per hour here. One big thing that Dalson's Tears gives you that Hearthglen doesn't is it lets you work on your rep for Argent Dawn. So let's dive right in. So starting from the front gate of Hearthglen, enter the area itself. If you're level 60, you can blink by these. If you're level, kind of 56 or so, you're going to pull these, but no big deal. You can just hug right, and they'll reset by the time you get right up here. And we're just going to hug to the right, and we're going to get up here to this first sawmill area. And this is where we're going to start the pull. Before we hop in, let's talk about 3 mobs we want to be on the lookout for. The first is High Protector Lork. He's going to pat around the area in a big circle, relatively slow moving, and not terribly dangerous in and of itself, but you don't want to pull him with the AoE pull. And then let's talk about 2 other mobs. The first is Foreman Jarrus. This guy is a no-fly zone on hardcore. Really just stay away from him. He's got a thrash and really hard-hitting melee. Rare elite, I think he level 62. Very dangerous mob. The other is the Scarlet Smith. He's going to either be over here in the blacksmith area or kind of walking around outside the blacksmith area. And this guy, you can actually include him in the AoE pull. If you're on hardcore, I wouldn't recommend it because he does a stun that can kill you. But completely fine to kill him solo and then do your AoE pull. Okay, so starting out with the first pull here, just going to put my buffs up, grab everything in the sawmill, do my standard AoE blizzard rotation. See one mob got sheep there, but no big deal. AoE all of this down, loot it up, and then we'll move on to our second pull. Here for the second pull, I'll be starting out on the right side of this camp, body pulling everything, quickly tagging the stuff in the building before going into the ice block, and getting right back into my same AoE rotation. For the next part, you can do the mine in 1 pull, or you can do the mine in 2 pulls. Because this is hardcore, I'm going to opt for 2 pulls, and I'll grab the first half of the mine, bring it out, kill it, and then I'll do the second half of the mine. Important to note, there's always going to be a thorium vein in there, as well as some herbs outside, so this is a great farm to pair with mining and herbalism as well. Now we'll be heading down to the lumber camp south of Hearthglen while we wait on the mobs in Hearthglen to respawn. Again, we're at 7.5 minutes. We want to get to about 16 minutes before those mobs respawn, so it gives us a great opportunity to come down here and do a couple more pulls, as well as farm the spellbinders for the Crusader enchant. In this lumber camp, I like to do 2 big pulls. Here you'll see me gathering everything for the first pull, AoEing that down, and then moving over to the camp on the west side and doing the second pull and AoEing everything down. There is one named mob that patrols here, level 59. Relatively safe, but does have a stun, so be careful if you're in melee range, especially if you're on hardcore. Once you've finished up here in the lumber camp, we're going to check our timer. We've got about 5 minutes left before we need to head back to Hearthglen. So heading due east of the lumber camp, you'll find a few more spots with quite a bit of mobs. We're checking these areas for the mages. If there are mages in these, you won't be able to AoE pull them. But in this case, no mages, so I'm able to do a big AoE pull here at the bottom camp, and then I can move up to the top camp where there will be one mage, but I'm just going to avoid it and pull all the melee mobs together. Here you can see this mage on the right. I've marked it. Now I'm going to pull everything that isn't a caster and go ahead and AoE that stuff down. It's getting pretty close for me to head back to Hearthglen, but before I head up there, I'm going to check the path for spellbinders. These drop the Crusader enchant. I've marked this one with a skull. I'm going to kill it quickly before heading back to Hearthglen. Also important to note, these Avengers that pat up and down the road here can also be killed, and those can respawn as an Avenger or a Spellbinder. Now that we've finished, we're heading back into Hearthglen just over the 17-minute mark, and we can see that our lumber mill has respawned.